Hey, what's up, everybody? You are in the reaction room with Reese. Welcome back. So before we get started, do me a favor. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share this video if you don't mind. Now let's see what's going on beyond the gates. We start off at the country club. Ted and Eva run into Kat. Ted tells her that he's been trying to get in touch with her to let her know that Eva is taking over her old job. Kat tells him that he shouldn't trust Eva because she's still covering up for Leslie. Ted doesn't seem to know about what Leslie did to Laura. Of course, Eva denies knowing anything about it, and Ted tries to tell them they're really a lot alike and invites Kat to join them for dinner, but Kat has other plans with Tomas. So Ted and Eva are walking into the dining room, and Ted sees the busboy. He gets out of there as fast as he can, and Eva has to eat alone. Bill leaves early and stops by Dani's house. She wants to know why he came over. Bill says that while he was in the hospital, he realized that he should take responsibility for their marriage falling apart. Bill tells Dani that he knows how much he hurt her and that he was wrong, and he apologizes to her. Dani's been waiting this whole time to hear him say that. Bill wants to be friends, but Dani says she can't make him any promises. And after he leaves, she just breaks down. Vernon goes over to Bill's law firm, but Bill is not there yet. Tomas is there, and he's kissing up to Vernon. I just don't trust Tomas. Anyway, Vernon tells him to run along, but he says, "You don't have to tell Kat that you saw me here." And then the chief, Detective Malone, and Joey show up, and Bill is on his way. Oh, this is about to get good. Over at Martin's house, he asks Smitty what he found out about Detective Malone. Smitty tells him about the money, and Martin says he doesn't want him working on this story, but Smitty is not backing down. Smitty asks Martin, "What is it about Malone that gets you so upset?" Martin says he just has a feeling. Smitty brings up the fact that he has a flashback every time he mentions Malone, and then Martin gets a phone call and has to leave. Jacob tells Naomi what Smitty told him about Malone and Joey, but he doesn't tell her who the reporter is. They think Malone is lying to the chief. Jacob believes that his dad would never get involved with a dirty operation. Then he gets a call from Smitty, and he has to go. Jacob and Smitty meet up at Orphan Jean's, and Smitty tells him that Martin gets a flashback every time he mentions Malone, and he thinks Martin knows something, and that he may be afraid of Malone. He tells Jacob that he remembers the night that Martin came home all shook up, and he checked it out, and it was just a couple of days before the money was deposited into Malone's bank account. Back at the country club, Kat and Tomas are having dinner, and Kat had a special meal prepared just for him. She's telling him what a great boyfriend he is. Eva is there eating alone, and she keeps staring at Tomas, and then she comes over to the table just to say hi. I'm telling y'all, Eva is a lot like Leslie. Anyway, after she leaves, Kat tells Tomas that she wants tonight to be her first time. Don't do it, girl. Haley comes over to Dani's house and tells her that she knows Bill was there. They argue back and forth over Bill for a minute, and then she starts acting like she's in pain. But Dani is not having any of it. She thinks Haley is faking a miscarriage. At Bill's office, Ted walks in. He was coming to tell Bill that he saw Kenneth at the country club. He's surprised to see everybody there having a meeting without him. Bill finally gets there, and they tell Ted if he stays, then he has to be a part of it too. And Ted says, "I'm in." He says he's just trying to look out for his son. And then Martin shows up. He came to see Bill too, and he wants to know what is going on. And why is his dad there? And then Vernon tells him that Ted's known all along. Martin says this is getting out of control. And then Martin has another flashback and he looks like he's gonna faint. And Bill says, get him out of here. So Ted has to take him home. And then Bill says, all right, it's time to get after it. And that's how the show ends today. What do you think is going to happen next? Let me know. Well, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye.